Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. Okay. So, yeah, here we are again. Well, like 8 minutes, or 7, 8 minutes late, 9 minutes, and counting. Alright. So we're a bit of an interesting place where we have a Gothitelle. Water fighting Poseidon. And not only that, but this is the first time, well, okay, maybe not the first time, but this is a time where I'm drawing a living team member. I mean, Vavagia was originally supposed to be that, but then he died in the middle of me actually drawing him, so yeah, now we're actually back to living members. I think, like, for the first few times drawing, I ended up starting the drawing, and then a member would die, and then have to start over, you know, stuff like that. So now, we get to go back to living members. The members that did not die horribly. I got my green stick. Blah, 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 blah. There's 2 poses I'm thinking of. Because, first of all, hold on, that was a terrible straight line. We need a trident of some sort. Like, you know, tridents. I mean, that's basically a requirement, right? So the trick is, how do we wield it? Because there's like one where you're holding it, like, there's the several cool poses you can do with long objects. But there we go. So you take a thing, and then you have an arm, then you have, well, the arm is like here, arm is here doing this, and then we have the trident like back here. I think it's be more, and the body goes like that, and we have one arm doing that, and one arm going back with a trident, holding it somewhere like in the middle or something, and then you know, trident stuff. But just pretend that the trident isn't better, has a better perspective. The character's looking somewhere in that direction. Actually, it'd be more like... You know what I mean, if you're looking, like, forward, straight ahead. But that's not really how you use a... I mean, that looks cool when you do it. I mean, obviously this sketch is awful, but... It looks cool when you're doing it. The problem is that... I mean, yes, it looks cool, but, like... That's not how you use it. That's not how you use a trident, or any kind of pole arm. You don't hold it behind you. Let me just... move this out of the way. Move it up here. We could still do, like, the forward momentum thing. We do I have anyone in chat? No. I think Druffle's busy doing other things. So we have one hand there, and then you have the other hand like that, holding the spear, and you're pointing it forward, like that, and you're trying to stab a dude. Then we got line of action or something, and this is now perpendicular to that. Like, this is more of an active stance. Like this something's happening here. Like they're gonna stab a thing. This is more like being the pretty thing, trying to be looking pretty. A spear. So I'm probably not describing the pose too well. The alternative is to take this hand, move it in. That doesn't look right like that, no. Also, I'm on the palette layer. Whoops. Let me just move that out. There we go. Better. Now I can make the palette invisible without making the rough draft invisible. Then we have to consider the fact that Gothatel's body is pretty much a triangle. We got a triangle here of some sort. Obviously there's a little bit of bend at the bottom because of how much, I mean, so obviously this one is going forward a little bit. This Gothel is going forward a little. So we need to figure out, so we need to be able to match that in water form. Obviously, I'm terrible at this. So obviously we need to, okay, I'll eventually have it. No. we'll do like that, and we'll have flowing backwards, sort of. Gothitelle is very skinny. Like, once you get past like the big bulging, pretty dress thing, you end up with this very thin neck. I mean, look at that. It's like it. How does that even work? Couldn't tell you, but obviously her body is mostly a triangle. It's an interesting shape language. But I don't know. Design is... Shape language is not something I'm particularly familiar with, so they're probably more... So they probably know more about what they're doing here. This is obviously going to be long. We're going to keep... That's going to look weird no matter what. We're dealing with a very skinny neck. But then we have the fact that it's water. So we need watery bits at the bottom. Remember, is he? Maybe, no, we're all the way at Sora. So that'll be a while before we see him, but... We need flowing water sort of thing. So that was one layer. Then we need another layer around here. Also watery. Because they're moving forward, you're going to get the waves down here. Problem is, this is obviously not what it's going to look like. I'm not going to have these weird curls. They're going to be, I think, more blob-like. So water doesn't usually do that. Water will be more like... I guess water does do some curling, but it's not going to... There's going to be a bit, I don't know. So like the specifics of how that's going to look is going to be something I do in the sketch phase, not this rough draft phase. So like that for the 4 phases, sort of. Because Gothitelle like split into 4 here. Then there's the arm's kind of thick, actually. The arm's thicker than I anticipated. I mean, it's still like stick figure. It's not very long. Obviously, there's something at the end here, some kind of blub. You see that? I don't know how much I'm gonna have with that. Yeah, I need to make the dress look like water. I need to... I don't even know what to do with this other arm. I don't think I'm gonna have those big bows, because they're kind of... Like, I think this white is going to be replicated at the edges, like, you know, sea foam, right? Like, down here is going to be like, this, just like this area is going to be white instead of blue, or whatever I make the dress. The dress is probably going to be blue. So, trident, probably going to be like this. That's the trick. This is, like at this point, it's what arms do I do? Do I do, like if I swap back, do I do the trident forward or the trident back? I'm personally a fan of having a trident move a little bit more forward, because that just seems more like Poseidon, you know? A warrior, not some pretty dainty princess. The warrior knows how to use trident. You know how tridents work. There. That's not how that works. The fact of that worked better than anything else. The shape of the trident will be its own thing. Just try and do shorthand here. So what am I going to do with the other arm? Because right now the line of action, I think, is doing this. The trident is now perpendicular to that, which I think is good, because as long as I think that's something you're like supposed to do. God, I don't know enough to actually say for certain, but why is that P? What happened to this? Okay, you can't see it, but oh, whatever. So the other arm probably needs to be that's the question. Do I bring the arm down to hold? Because that's like, now the arm's kind of like hidden and it's not doing anything. Do I bring the arm back? That doesn't look right. I obviously can't just have the arm hanging. Doesn't make sense. Okay, that's an idea. Have the trident vertical. But then that'd be like a very static drawing. I'd have to have him. I'd have to have the Gothitelle standing straight, and right now the Gothitelle is not going straight. This is not a straight Gothitelle. This Gothitelle's bending forward. I mean, if this were a sword, holding it back behind, again, still stupid, but at least it would make more sense, because you could then bring it around and slash. But don't do that with tridents. You have to. This is how you would hold a trident if you're like rushing forward. Well, actually, hold on. This is not right at all. Actually, it's too far forward. In fact, because I just mimed this action myself, and that's not where the arm would be. weird, but it's like... further back. It's like here. So I need to move this trident now. Like, pull this back. It's like now. It's like. And then it to be higher up even. Like, hang on. Like this is heading towards the camera. So it'd be sort of, then the holding here. Because like that's what we're dealing with now. It'd be further back and it'd be sort of warped because of perspective, at least a little bit. This looks better. Like they're driving forward. He's looking to stab something. He's gonna look brilliant. He's gonna look fabulous while doing it. Obviously, there's the head. It's probably leaning a bit forward. The neck is obviously here, doing neck things as necks do. The question is, which direction are we facing? Direction is very important here. Because we're like this. Well, now suddenly the head's too far forward. I need to pull it back, but you know what I mean. We're looking down, we're looking forward. I imagine that in this drawing, we are looking up at Gothitelle. At the Gothitelle here. We are below the head. We, the viewer of this image, are going to be below. So we're going to see at least mild upward inclination here. At least we would if I could actually do it right. Now the head's probably too far forward for what we're doing, so I'm going to pull it back a little. There we go. Bring the line closer to the thingy. Doesn't need to be a perfect circle. I mean, this is all going to be revised, but... Then there's the thing about the ears. This headpiece, that's dumb. We're going to do like... maybe only 3, but you know what I mean. Some sort of fin thing. Looks like that, and then fin shenanigans. And there'll be the other one in the back. Somewhere like, maybe like that. Like that. Or heck, maybe like this. I don't know. Depends on if this is going backwards or forwards, but you know what I mean. like that, sort of. The head is obviously there. There'll be some kind of crest because of this. I don't know, I won't include that in the rough draft. There'll probably be a fin up here of some sort because of this. None of these, like these bow things, are going to be replaced by other things. That's a trick. I mean, this looks kind of weird, but I'm going to have time to mess with it at least. I think Gothitelle has like a squatter head than what I put here. I put more humanoid proportions. This is more like pumpkin shaped. Hey, it's even got a stem. Grass Gothitelle is pumpkin head. Well, maybe another time. Right now we're doing a water Gothitelle. That's sort of what we're dealing with now. We're going to drop the opacity. I'm going to switch over to blue. I'm going to add, I guess, the ink group. No, not inking, sketch. Right, okay, so where the heck do we begin? I guess starting on the dress. We'll start on this torso, which is around here. This is where the trick comes in, like, how far do we go with the water? Because this is going to be a bit, I guess, tricky here, because we need, or I need, you know what I mean. So I need to invoke water somehow. Without overdoing it here. I'm going to need my red ink as well. Just so where the white starts and where anything else does not. Here's the first layer, first section of sorts. I guess here would be a little sharper because it's not watering much. Or is it? That's, again, not 100% sure what I'm doing. I guess since it's at this section, this would be flatter. Because the head is up, so this is before we transition to things being below the viewer. So things are going to be like online with it's, you know what I mean. I need red ink as well, like I did with Mufasa. There we go. Maybe me. Stop. Let me. I really don't get this program sometimes. Like that. Oh boy. This is going to be interesting. Alright, now we're at the point where yeah, this is the point where we're going to see a little more. Little more downward curve. I really need a better way to explain that. Yeah, like this needs to be further down. we're starting to see. Okay, this is more of like what I was trying to go for. This more blobby color. It's again, marzipan, kind of blobby, kind of what I was going for. Oh, that's why the torso looks so weird. Hang on. There we go. A little better. Something along the lines of that. I feel like I'm not doing this right. Hang on. You need to go up a little more. Like, yeah, like that. Sort of. God dang it. There we go. Yes, no, maybe, I don't know. It's too blue. There we go. Too bloobed out. Now it's less bloobed. As in, it's more pulled together. I don't know. I don't have words for this. I'm like calling these like torso, belly, hips, hip sketch. Like, I mean, I'm not sure what else to call these sections other than dress segment, top, middle, lower middle, bottom. I think hips will at least be descriptive enough for me to remember. What the heck was I going on there? Wait a minute. This section's too large. I mean, I could just shorten everything. There we go. Yeah, this is why I don't have these big bows. It's like, these will be the reasoning. I don't know. Hold on. Maybe I can drop that down a little. Yeah, I think that's better there. There we go. I have no idea how well this looks. Water is not my strong suit. I guess now we have the, dang, I'm out. I can't call it legs because there's no legs. Bottom sketch. I'm out. Can you tell I don't draw dresses too often? Hold on. This isn't far enough down. Blah. Okay. So now we definitely need a, like, this kind of shape at the bottom. So I need to pay attention. Ah! Okay. That's too far. That's too far. Then like that, maybe. And man, I haven't said anything in a while, have I? Huh. I feel like that's too far out. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in a little. Oh, that's probably why. This is too far. You are not low enough. Put you down there. You need to be further back a little. There we go. A little bit better. Reduce the amount of. No, I need that part. Do I? Okay, we're gonna switch over the red. Okay. Maybe that's what I need. I'm honestly kind of. Oh boy. Okay. I wonder if I can look if I. That was like quite a while. It's a lot of. Dang. It kinda... Huh. This is gonna be difficult, I think. Hang on. Oops. Interesting. Alright. So I just think this area is too large, but I think I can just move this down a little. That means I need to go back to this sketch. Mess with this a little. Trying to decide if this is too big or like. Wait a minute. Damn it, come on. Stop it. Every time I do something, it's like suddenly I'm renaming the layer name. It's like, no, I did not want to do that. Stop it. With this. Is this too large compared to the rest of the body? Like, let's take this. Arms go down. They start at the top and they go all the way down into the third. I don't think this arm would do that. Huh. So let's... Oh my god, stop! I just want it to be... Every time I do something, it's like, okay, now you are suddenly renaming... I think I literally just said that. I literally just said that. That's how much it is messing with me. Why did I move? Disable this selection. Thank you. Why did... Okay. There we go. There we go. Better. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be... Yeah. I am in extreme focus mode. What I need to say stuff other than just draw. Haven't heard anything from them. I can't. And I'm out of ideas of what to talk about, honestly. Okay, I need. I'm gonna reverse these. There we go. Let's see here. Right on. Kind of refreshing to not have to worry about holding something in with two hands. So I had to draw something like that recently. If you're watching this, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's goddamn goblin pencil. It's friggin' loot. Having to hold anything with two hands changes the every. It's like one hand. The difficulty of drawing something with one hand, or drawing something. The difficulty between drawing one hands and the difference, and then the difficulty of drawing a hand holding something. That gap is pretty small. Once you get hands, you can pretty much get hands to hold things. It's not difficult. Yeah, that arm's long enough. You want to do hands that. But if you want to have an object that is held in two hands, oh, there is going to be hell to pay, my man. Because not only do you have to worry about the positioning of one thing, you have to worry about the positioning of, like, you have to, like, every time you move one of the hands or the object itself, you're having to mess with, like, two other things to keep things in place. It is a nightmare, because every movement counts. Smooth this out. It's just ridiculous. The hand is here. Oh, but the hand is weird. Why is the hand weird? So yeah, that's where the thumb would be. Sort of. There's also the bloody trident itself that also has to go there. Hand is not very big. That's the question. What part of... Yeah, the thumb would be down there, I think. You wouldn't see much of the thumb. I think there'd be a little more room just here. Just so that I can actually fit it. Maybe. We'll see. That's the problem. I mean, look at these hands. What is this? It's like... It's not even a hand. It's just a little stick. And I need something... Guess I need a wibbly wobble here. worry about the wibbly wobble once I... No, that's a pretty good wibbly wobble. I'll hold on to that for the time being. I'll move some of this away so I can actually do what I am going to assume, or so I can actually fit the trident in here without much issue. I'm worried that the arms aren't thick enough. Are they? Maybe they are. I don't know. The hands are certainly large enough. Not very big hands. Actually... Oh, shit. Right, that's part of the... I put the hands as part of this whole thing. Hold on. I'll make the hands slightly bigger. Oh, shh. Okay, now I lock it down. There we go. Thing about bone, I mean, a human hand would cover, like you spread your fingers out, you can cover up most of your face with your own hand. Usually. On average. At least I can. Again, it's not like I can't see, but it's like, this is pretty sizable, but then you got these giant chibi heads, and it's like, well, the hand's not even, the hand's smaller than the eye. Like, you couldn't even cover one eye with the hand of these Pokemon. Head's probably going to be bigger to match this. Figure out, this is large enough, like this is longer than this part, and it goes into here, and this is probably, thanks to perspective, it looks weird, but it's larger, probably large enough to get down to this segment. So the hands are now long enough. At least I think they are. Yeah. Okay, we're going to try the trident. Not sketch. There we go. Words. Words that you cannot see because they are on a different screen. Or on a different window that is not being captured. I wonder if I could actually capture that. Probably can if I knew sort of what I was doing. Okay, sure, don't draw. I didn't need that anyway. Okay. So I have this little thing all the way back here. And we're going to put it right about here. I'm going to go back and forth. Like that. I'm going to erase what's in here. This is where things get interesting. Yeah, okay, I need this space. Hang on. Yeah, I can't fit the thumb anywhere here. Not really enough space. I could certainly try. Like, where would it go? Like, that's easy, but then you notice that that's not how the hands work. This is really small. I don't like how small it is. Okay, hang on. You need to be like that. So you can do... Oh no. The problems have already begun. First of all, the thumb's not going to be that big. That's the problem with Gothel. The Gothel base model was not designed to hold things. I mean, again, that is not a hand. That is a stick. So now that I need to do something with holding, yeah, good luck. Again, that's why I'm doing a different shape of hand, because again, I'm not going to try to figure out how to do this. I mean, look at that. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't know if I should make this trident made of ice, or if I should make it gold. Decisions. Yes, the trident is doing what you're seeing. Okay, this needs to be invisible. I'm gonna need... Oh, this is gonna be difficult. Okay, fine. This will work. I'll work with that. Oh boy, okay. That's not big enough of a head. And it's wrong size. Okay. No, I don't want scale. Stop it. Stop. Why is this so laggy? Why am I... Oh, no. Don't want to just be frustrated all the time, but... It's obnoxious. Why would you give me... Okay, let me see what tridents tend to look like. Well, they can be a lot of things. Just 3 points. The middle one seems to be longer more often than not. Stop it. Alright, I need to make this big so it's actually visible. I'm gonna do a big thing. Tridents are not easy to deal with. These small confined spaces. I think this needs to be either further forward or further back. I don't know. I think further forward. Okay. Let's try that. How's that for size? Oh no. Okay, let's turn these guys back on. Oh boy, that's gonna be interesting. So far, so good. Maybe. Okay, this arm here is not long enough. At least I don't think it is, but I have no. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing anymore. I feel like I'm doing something wrong with perspective because it's probably the head size. I need to make that bigger. I'm actually going to go into here and no. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger, you know, smidget bigger. Uh-oh. Crap. Okay. Let's try this again. This time with less terrible. Keep forgetting I need to actually finish this. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better. I mean, I need to make the head more squat, but... Hey. There we go. It's a bit better. Yes, now we're in an interesting situation where this is going to be... Do I need that trident to be longer? I don't think the trident is long enough. Yeah, they can't. He can't even reach the ground with that. We couldn't hold it upright next to him. But that's partially because I think he's just very tall. With some extra length. Yeah, that'll do. You need to remember that Poseidon's actually a he Gothitelle, not a she Gothitelle. Blame Gardevoir for me doing that. I'm pretty sure if I caught a Gardevoir, if I caught Gardevoir in a randomizer, I'd probably make the same mistake. Though with how long I've been, actually no, being with Poseidon would not correct that mistake. I'd still probably call him, you know what I mean. Because I can't. Because they're traditionally been displayed as female. But Gothitelle and Gardevoir can both be male. I think the reason Gothitelle can be male is because Gardevoir can be male. Let's do left arm sketch. Let's go back to the right arm actually for a sec. So I can do wibble wobbles. More wibble wobbly. Actually, I can't think of a way to get that wibble wobble in there. Oh well. I think that needs to be bigger. The wibble wobbles. Man, I did so well last time, and now I'm screwing it up. This one's the issue. I really should put this on its own layer. There we go. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, now let's move on to the left arm. Now we're getting to the problem I was worried about. This arm needs to be really long. It's like stick figure size or something. You know what I mean? I need to thicken it just so it doesn't look weird. But I need to do that to the other one too then. So I need to there we go. A little better. Why? Oh, that's how you get rid of the ruler. Now I'm going to do something. I'm going to be smart and actually split the hand off onto its own layer. I can do this a little more freely. Actually make progress without screwing around with the other hand. That's too big. Oh, I didn't want to do. Do you need the riffles? Need to be like sizable, not. Ah, the thumb's visible. Dang it. At least I don't have to do fingers. Because Gothitail doesn't have fingers. Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare. Already a nightmare, really, but this is a body shape I was not hoping to deal with. I was hoping not to deal with, but here we are. Goddamn riffles. Or ruffles, or whatever. Still feel like the hand's not big enough, but I don't know. The hand looks like the arm looks too long now. I think I'm going to call it here for today. We are nowhere near done. Oh boy. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll call it here today. Sorry I was kind of quiet most of the time, but yeah, I don't know what to say at the moment. I don't have much to report on. I don't know. Next time I'm hoping to actually finish this sketch so I can move on to inking. So once I can get inking done, keep moving into coloring, and you know the drill. I've done so many of these so far that by now anyone who's been watching for any amount of time has probably seen my entire sort of, thing. But yeah, I'll call it here for today. Next time I believe we'll finish the sketch, unless I somehow take 2 hours on the head. Again, not entirely impossible, but unlikely. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day then, or night, depending on where you are in the world, or when you're watching this. See you next time.